Hey, what is going on, guys? T.Sports15 here, and today I have another episode of Toronto Blue Jays franchise here in MLB 13 The Show. So in this video, I'm going to talk about the gameplay a little bit later, but at the start, I have a few things I need to talk about. First off is, if you did not see, I have a new intro, and it is thanks to a guy named Lawrence Miller. I don't know his YouTube. If I do find it out, I will put it in the description. Go subscribe to him. It's a pretty cool intro. I was really in need of one, and hopefully it suffices for a while. So you can see the matchup today is between Ryan Dempster and R.A. Dickey. Dempster is 5-7 with the 6.43 ERA. But that's not what I'm going to be worried about in this episode. In this episode, I want to talk about the trade deadline and a couple trades that I might be doing. I don't have any trades set out, like what I would be going for or anything. I just want to know who you guys want me to trade away. The two guys or three guys, I have three options that I want, three guys that I might want to trade away. The first one is R.A. Dickey, who's pitching today, and that's why I decided to pitch him today, because I wanted to get your opinion on if I should trade him away. He's getting really old. He started off the season at 95 overall, I believe, and then he's dropped down to like an 85 or an 87, something like that. And we're only 2-3 months into the season, so that's going to continue dropping. And he has 3 years left on his contract, including this season. So that is not going to be an easy contract to trade away. And he usually doesn't retire after the first season, because knuckleball is just usually last a lot longer. So by the end of the season, I expect he'd be down in the 70s, mid 70s, maybe even low 70s. So that's why I kind of want to trade him away as soon as possible. Even if we can't get much back, we have some prospects down in the minors, Jameson Taillon and Shelby Miller, the two big ones. We also have Daniel Norris, who is really far away from the majors. But one of the two, Shelby Miller or Jameson Taillon, probably Shelby Miller, he's a lot closer. He's almost an 80 overall. Probably Shelby Miller would come up. I think that would be the best option, because Shelby Miller is a pretty decent pitcher. He's actually pitching in the majors right now for the St. Louis Cardinals, so I think we might call him up. Now the other two guys are Edwin Encarnacion and Melky Cabrera. So we're going to start off with Melky Cabrera. I might want to deal him away, because we have 4 outfielders that can play in the bigs right now. Probably maybe even 5 maybe. So we have the 4 big ones are Will Myers, Yasiel Puig, Jose Bautista, and Austin Jackson, and Melky Cabrera. So that's 5, sorry. So I might want to keep what's his name down in the minors for now, Will Myers. Yasiel Puig is in the bigs right now, but we might want to deal away Melky Cabrera, or just let him go at the end of the season, so we can play Yasiel Puig at DH and then Myers in left. I think that would be a good option. So either trade him away or let him go at the end of the season. I'm thinking letting him go at the end of the season would be the better option, but it's up in the air. So the other guy was Edwin Encarnacion, and there's a few reasons why I might want to get rid of him. This is probably one of the bigger ones that I want to get rid of. Edwin Encarnacion has a $22 million salary cap coming up, well, for the next 5 years or something. So that's not going to be easy to get rid of. He's already 30 years old. So the guys start digressing when they get to 32, and that's going to be a huge contract that's going to be really hard to get rid of. And he's only B potential, so it's he's not going to get any better at all. So that's going to be a huge contract that we're going to have to get off the books later down the road. So I think it would be a lot easier to get rid of that contract right now, and try and, even if we can't get much back, we have the guy that we drafted in the first round, 6th overall. We drafted a first baseman whose ETA is next year, 2014 season. So either have him come up, that first baseman, play next year as a development year, and then year 3 could be where we're trying to make a huge push. Maybe we could play Yasiel Puig. Maybe there could be a free agent in the offseason. Or maybe we can trade Edwin Encarnacion something else for a big first baseman that's a little bit younger. I was thinking maybe Mark Trumbo. He's like 87 overall, I think, but he has that A potential. He's only like 24 years old, something like that. So I think Mark Trumbo would be a really good option. So yeah, and also in this episode, if you guys haven't noticed yet, I have audio in the background, just like music. I think that it's gonna be really cool. I've done it once before, I think, for like one Road to the Show or something. So yeah, that's gonna be pretty cool. Hopefully you guys do like it. And yeah, so let's get into the gameplay. It is a very long gameplay. It's almost 20 minutes. It's like 18 and a half minutes. So yeah, this is going to be a lengthy gameplay. So we're picking it up in the bottom of the fourth. The Red Sox have a 2-0 lead, and now we're headed to the top of fifth. Yasiel Puig up with a 3-1 count. He is going to strike. No, he's going to take that pitch down and away for ball 4, but it'll get away from the catcher. He'll stay at first. The throw goes down to second for some reason. But Jose Reyes comes up next, fouls off the first pitch of the at-bat. Now 0-2 count. Still got that run on first, none outs, and Jose Reyes is going to hit that one to the third baseman. Hit and run was in play, so the runner is safe at second. So now we have runner on third, Jose Bautista up with 2 outs, 1-1 count. He's going to ground out to the pitcher for the third out of the inning. So now we're headed to the bottom of the fifth, 2-1 count. Dustin Pedroia up, and he's going to rip this ball up the middle. Just gets by Reyes after he dove, but he is safe at first. So they have a runner on first, 1 out, and I think this is Pedro Ciriaco coming up. He's going to line this one down the third base line, gets all the way to the corner, doesn't get to the wall, but Ciriaco will pull up with a double. So now they have runners on second and third with 1 out. An 0-1 pitch, that's going to be a grounder to Edwin Encarnacion. Tries to go to the plate, but way late. Now Poppy up, 2 outs, and the runner was going. He's going to steal that base really easily. I should have had an eye on him. So now we have a 3-2 count for Big Poppy. He's going to rip that ball up the middle. There's going to be a play at the plate, but Austin Jackson boots that ball in center field. So 2 runs come across. They give their lead, bring their lead up to 5 runs. So now they are up 5-0 after that Big Poppy singled into center field. So now we have Edwin Encarnacion up, and he's going to make it a 4-run game after he takes this ball deep over the green monster for the Toronto Blue Jays' first run of the game. A solo shot for Edwin Encarnacion will bring it within 4. But that will be the first run of the game given up by Ryan Dempster. He's not having a good season, but he's had a good start to this game. He's working into the 5th or the 6th, I believe. And he's only given up 1 run. But there we go. Edwin Encarnacion puts us on the board. And next up would be Brett Lawrie, and he's going to drive this one to center field. That one's going to be caught by the center fielder, Jacoby Ellsbury, for the third out of the inning. So now 2-0 count to Sultan Lamantia, who already went deep in this game. He's going to rip a base hit to left field. And that will start them off with a run on first. Next up would be Jackie Bradley Jr. with none out. He's going to rip this ball down the third base line. Everybody will hold up after getting 1 base, and they would have runners on first and second with none out. And still none out, and Johnny Gomes, sorry. He's going to hit this one into left field past the diving Jose Reyes. There's going to be a play at the plate, but it's cut off by Brett Lawrie. The run comes across, giving the Boston Red Sox a 6-1 lead, regaining that 5-run lead for them. Ciriaco's going to bunt here, or swinging bunt, and he's going to be safe at the plate. JP Arancibia, sorry, he tries to get him at the plate, but now they would have 2 out. Napoli up with runner on first and second. He's going to pop out to Edwin Encarnacion to end the inning, and then now they have a 7-1 lead. So we're going to have to start chipping away at this lead, at least 1 run an inning from here on out to give us a chance. So here we go. You can see the statistics so far. We have 5 hits, they have 11, 1 error apiece, and they're up 7-1. So JP Arancibia up, and he's going to strike out on 3 pitches. We just couldn't really hit Ryan Dempster in this game. Yasiel Puig up next up with 1 out. He's going to hit this ball into right field for a base hit, and that will give us a runner on first. And next up would be, I believe, Austin Jackson, sorry. With 2 out, he's going to swing, and he's going to belt this ball into left field for a base hit. So now we have runners on first and second, and the heart of our order coming up. So this is good for us. We got Jose Bautista up, 2 out, runners on first and second, and he is going to hit ground ball out to David Ortiz, who for some reason is playing first base, should be DHing, and Napoli should be at first. But I think they have Salty DHing, Napoli catching, and then Ortiz at first. So there we go. That's the end of that inning. Anthony Bastardo will come in. He's having a pretty good year, 1-2 with 2.6 ERA through 28 games. This will be his 29th. And he's going to come in and strike out David Ortiz. And that will be the first out of the inning. He started dealing here. You can see we have the 5th highest ERA in the MLB, which is probably part of the reason why we are below 500. So 0-2 count to Johnny Gomes. He is going to swing, and he's going to strike out. So Bastardo strikes out 2 batters to get through the bottom of the 7th. Now top of the 8th, Melky Cabrera, the Milkman, is going to line this ball up the middle on the ground. Not lined it, sorry. He grounded this ball. My preview screen is very laggy. So next up will be Brett Lawrie. He's going to take this ball Yahtzee. He goes Yahtzee all over the Green Monster for the 2nd home run of the day for the Toronto Blue Jays, bringing us within 4. It is a 7-4 game. No, bringing us within 3. It is a 7-4 game now. And Ryan Dempster gives up his 3rd run of the game. So if he stays in, gives up 1 more, his quality start is no more. You can see, I don't know who the hell that is. The Jays coach should be John Gibbons, but I guess the OFSM rosters didn't apply that or something. So next up, in the bottom of the 8th, 2-2 count, Bastardo's going to get him to fly out or line out bloop to Brett Lawrie for the 3rd out of the inning. So now Koji Uehara is going to come in because it's not a save opportunity for their closer, and not Andrew Bailey, what's his name? I forget. So top of the 9th, we got to get something going. We're down 4. Yasiel Puig is going to start us off with a base hit into right field. That'll be his 2nd hit on the day. He's having a pretty good game. I usually play well with Yasiel Puig. So now runners on first, 1-2 count. Jose Reyes is going to rip this ball up the middle, and we will have a good start to the inning, bringing the tying run on deck. And I believe that is the end of the day for Koji Uehara. Andrew Bailey comes on. He's having a pretty decent year, 2-3 with a 2.33 ERA. He is not their closer. He has 1 save this year. Their closer, what is his name? I'm sorry, guys. Austin Jackson coming up. He's going to continue the hit spree in the top of the 9th. He's going to get a single down the right field line, bring in 1 run in the round, and that will bring the score to 7-4. And here comes their closer, Joel Hanrahan, as the tying run comes to the plate. He has 18 saves on the year. He has a 4.22 ERA, and he is 1-2 through 23 games. So he's having a less than par year. Joel Hanrahan coming in to face Jose Bautista. None out, runners on the corners. He is going to gap this ball into right center field. The runners will be going around the bases, and he'll stop at 3rd. Austin Jackson will. So we'll have runners on 2nd and 3rd with none out. Just a little base hit will tie this ball game up. And you can see it. We are 4th in team doubles right there with 144. So Edwin Encarnacion can tie the game here with none out. He's going to hit this ball deep right field, and he just runs that ball down. Johnny Gomes does. But the both runners tag. We get into 3rd base. So with 1 out, all we need is a ground ball, fly ball. They're going to bring their infield in. Melky Cabrera, 2-0 count. All he has to do is get a fly ball in the air. He lost this one, so the run's scoring, but it's going to hit off the top of the monster. So Melky Cabrera will get into 2nd base, and we have a chance to take the lead here in the top of the 9th. So next up would be Brett Lawrie coming up with 2 outs, 1-1 count, runner on 3rd, and he's going to rip this ball down the right field line. Just stays fair, and we will take this lead in the bottom of the ninth, in the top of the ninth. Sorry. So Brett Lawrie rips that base hit down the right field line to give us the lead here in Boston, in Fenway. And Joel Hanrahan blows the save. So Junichi Tazawa will come in after we took the lead. Tazawa will come in. He has a 3-2 record with a 2.90 ERA through 28 games. They have been using their bullpen a lot, it looks like, because they have a lot of innings worked. So Brett Lawrie will get thrown out stealing, but he did do his job getting that one run in. So we are headed to the bottom of the ninth with a 8-7 lead. We are now leading in hits 15-11. Both teams still have one error apiece. So Neftali Feliz comes in. He is not having a good year. Hopefully he can have a bounce back year next year or finish off this year pretty well. But he's going to come in and face the second hitter of the inning. He's going to strike him out with that slider, and that will have 2 outs. And next up will be Mike Napoli, 0-1 count. He's going to bounce this one out to the pitcher. Neftali Feliz throws it on to first, and that will be your ball game. Neftali Feliz picks up his 8th win on the year, and I think Anthony Bastardo gets the win, and the loss goes to either Joel Hanrahan or Andrew Bailey. We do pick up a victory. We move to either one game under 500 or 500. I can't exactly remember. So yeah, the player of the game was Edwin Encarnacion. I actually believe it should have been Brett Lawrie because he went deep and he got the game-winning hit. So you can see there, Bastardo gets the win, Hanrahan gets the loss and the blown save. Encarnacion gets player of the game for us. Saul Tulamakia went 3 for 4, which is pretty interesting. If you want to stick around for the box scores, all of that, they have the what's it called, the player interview right now with Edwin Encarnacion because he got player of the game. So yeah, if you want to stick around for the box score, that is it for now. I'll see you guys all in the next one. Peace.
Big Willie, baby.